Hey, this is Dr. Robert Glover, and welcome to NoMoreMrNiceGuy.com and the No More Mr. Nice Guy Breaking Free Toolkit. And I'm so excited to share this toolkit with you and the hundreds and of thousands of other recovering nice guys who have read my book, No More Mr. Nice Guy. Now, I started working on my own nice guy issues over 25 years ago and have spent the last 25 plus years not only working on myself, but working with thousands of nice guys. And I've created a lot of materials to help recovering nice guys break free from the nice guy syndrome and get what they want in love, sex, and life. And that's what makes me so excited about the No More Mr. Nice Guy Breaking Free Toolkit. When I started my own recovery, there were very little resources. There were no more Mr. Nice Guy men's groups. There wasn't a book I could read. And so I just had to start doing my own work and finding resources as I could. And you don't have to do that. You don't have to go searching for resources to help you break free from the nice guy syndrome. I've pulled together so many tools in one place to help you in your own journey of recovery and to make it much more simple and to speed up the process. So let's look at what's in the Breaking Free Toolkit. First of all, monthly live office hour Q&A calls with me. So once a month, I'll schedule a live call. We'll get on Zoom, and you and the other men who've purchased the toolkit can get on and ask me any questions about recovery from the nice guy syndrome. As you can see the countdown clock, I have a call just a little over a day from now. Now, when you purchase the Breaking Free Toolkit, you get 12 months. You get a year's worth of these calls. So 12 Breaking Free calls with me. Now, the good news is, even though the toolkit is not a subscription, when you pay the price going in, that's all you ever have to pay for it. But after 12 months, if you want to continue attending the live Q&A calls, we make that possible with a subscription just for the ongoing calls. But even if you don't opt in to receive more calls, the good news is that I keep posting all of these recordings on the resource page for the toolkit. Now, this is in addition to the over 25 hours of recording office hour calls that I already have in the toolkit. So every month, a new one gets added. So even after your first 12 months, if you don't opt in to continue joining me for the live calls, you can still listen to the recordings within 12 hours after the call when I post them on the toolkit. And the beauty of this toolkit is not only can you listen to calls in entirety, but we also cut them up into clips so that you can listen to them by subject as well. So maybe you're at the gym on the treadmill, or maybe you're jogging, or maybe you're commuting to work, and you can listen to hours and hours and hours of my recorded Q&As with nice guys just like you, asking me pretty much every question you might imagine about recovery from the nice guy syndrome. And I always have a good time on these live Q&As, and you'll pick up on that really quickly, how much I enjoy them and just how much experience I have over the years in working with nice guys. Now, as part of this toolkit, you also get a number of interviews with me. Now, these are interviews with some of the top interviewers out there in the field. And I do 2 or 3 interviews a week, and I will take the cream of the crop, the ones that I really enjoy the most, and I will keep adding them to the toolkit. So I hope you really begin to see that the toolkit is going to keep growing forever. Well, as long as I'm alive and ticking and keep adding content, whether that's live Q&As, whether that's interviews that I do, so it will keep growing in that way. Now, there's also a video series in here that I did with my good buddy and a psychologist, Dr. Michael Pariser, and there's a dozen of these clips where we answer questions from nice guys, and this is just a nice treat to include in the toolkit that you can check out Dr. Pariser and I on video answering nice guy questions. And then since around 2003, I've been recording podcasts, Intention to Action podcast, plus Dating Essentials for Men podcasts. And the toolkit has my top all-time best-selling 15 Intention into Action podcasts. So on the most important subjects that you can imagine about nice guy syndrome, they are here included. And when you go to the website and take a look at what I'm looking at, showing you right now, you can click on these buttons to see what podcasts are included and find out more about what's in the toolkit. And then there's recordings of daily practices and meditations. Now, what this is, when I do my virtual TPI workshops, I begin every session with a guided imagery, a meditation, some sort of practice, and I record these. And the toolkit right now started out with 7 different practices, meditations that you could do. And I will keep adding these as well. Now, in fact, I already have added a new one because I did a special introduction call for the toolkit where I did a meditation, a guided imagery on healing the father wound. And the recording of that meditation is included in the toolkit. And as I said, I will keep adding more of these meditations and practices over time. So again, the toolkit just keeps growing and expanding. The toolkit also has the No More Mr. Nice Guy breaking free activities. Now, many of you have read the book, you have the print edition, or you have the Audible, where you don't really have the breaking free exercises in front of you. So we've put them all together in one place in one PDF where you get all the breaking free exercises from No More Mr. Nice Guy, where you can just treat it like a little notebook, a little workbook to help you go through them one at a time and do the breaking free exercises. And another little handout I've got is the 30 rules for life. At the end of No More Mr. Nice Guy, when I finished writing most of the content, I just sat down and just kind of summed up everything that I had learned in the process of my own nice guy recovery, working with nice guys, and writing the book. And those are in the back of No More Mr. Nice Guy under 30 Rules for Life. Well, we've pulled those out, put them on a 1-page PDF document for you, and you can print that out, paste it up somewhere, and look at these rules for life daily. So you can see the toolkit is just jammed full of just all kinds of goodies to help you in your recovery from nice guy syndrome. And the good news that it keeps growing all the time. And the good news is you get access to me every month. And man, that's worth a bundle in just itself. But the toolkit is only $250, and the price will never get discounted. It will stay at $250 because it's worth way more than that. I'll keep adding value to it, but it will never go down in price. So I encourage you, jump in, take advantage of this fantastic resource, and jump on a call with me and start finding out how to get your needs met and get what you want in love, sex, and life. So if you have any questions about the toolkit, feel free to email me. Just drop me a line at robert@drglover.com, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. And if you just scroll on down to the link below when you're visiting this page, you'll see the order button. So I hope to see you soon in the community of men who've purchased the Breaking Free Toolkit and who will be joining me on live Q&A office hour calls.